Okay, so we're now sort of into phase 3 of this build. I am about to consider it still being in phase 2. I'll explain why. The original decision was that, let me just put the, where is it, one, and roof, make the roof visible as well, was that we would have the front dashboard, which is pink, and the blue front here, I'm moving that to center, to be part of the middle section. No, actually what we turned out to do is to make this part here be part of the front, so section 1. And stamp mode make section 2 this blue part of the driver seat back and the floor in yellow, and then the roof originally was going to be on, but if there's no dashboard for it to go on to, then it's really not a good idea to attempt to connect it to the to the dashboard. So we'd have to leave out these things. What I'm going to do instead is make the roof a separate part. Earlier, when looking at the roof on the 2D printed screenshot, which I can show you now, GIMP PDF roof.png. It's not geodesic, so it won't be stable. So there is this section here. I don't know if you can see that with the GIMP. The section to the left, just above the windscreen. Colors. Let me see if I can. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that one. Yeah. This section here, and it's corresponding on the right. That section as a standalone thing is just geodesic. If you make a join across here from roof 14 to roof 17, and likewise on the other side as well, that then becomes a stable shape, which I will sort out in the shortly. So I was just sort of thinking, how the heck can we do this? And I've been assembling the back box, which is brown, starting at the ground and having a ball. And I am up to about 1/3 of everything. So I've got this bottom run here, except ironically for this puppy, right? Because there's nothing to hang it off of the back box. There's no pipes leading through to the back box in blue. So I've had to do the start on the second row, which I've now been doing. And this is the second row. I'm moving to the center of the screen now. So this second row here, and I'm finding the whole thing is wobbly, because remember the idea was that the back box would be a separate part. on phase 3, so it will be part of the rear section. So having started on that, basically none of the back box is attached at the moment to the floor section, neither here, right, nor in the middle to the back box here, and it's giving me grief. It's pulling about on the floor, and I'm getting distances of like 9 or 10 millimeters separation, and it's just not going to be stable. So here's the current thought, that instead of doing this, what I will do is separate out so that this top part here of the back box becomes part of the roof, which is there in pink, was in light purple. And the advantage of that it would give us a stable structure, a stable geodetic structure. It would unfortunately leave rather a lot of pipes hanging in midair. I'd have to do quite a lot of epoxy and little join pieces across on all of these, all the way across. Sigh. That's about 12 pipes on its own, just that lot. And likewise over here. Although we've got the, or it might only be just a couple. 1, 2, because the blue is already in, so that will be attached to the blue. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a bit bitty. Yeah. This is quite tricky, actually. But that's all right. So this assembly's a pain. So I think what I'll do is, under gravity, I don't mind pieces resting on things, but at the moment, down at the bottom, you can see the angle that this back box is at, and it's giving me grief. So I think I am going to glue this lower part of the back box onto the driver's seat, and aside from anything, it will give support to this part of the floor. It will give the correct angle for that part of the floor, which is good. And you can see also I've got and for the roof part, you can see I have not the roof part, the midsection, I have I've called it floor support, light red pipe that comes in here, that goes all the way down to the floor. And that is when the roof is a separate assembly, that will support that. Well, the idea was at the time when I put that pipe in, was that this node here, this one, would be part of the roof, and would be attached. That section would be attached. Again, gosh, tricky. Really have to think about this stuff. I'm still debating my mind as to whether to just have the back box, the entire brown section, permanently attached. Alright, I'm going to think about it when a bit more and let you know how it goes. Right.